What is up, Super Fam and Bro Bingers alike? I am Sensei Finito, aka Vane Sensei, and welcome to Marvel Bros, where we discuss all things Marvel and everything pop culture. And today we are going to be checking out Invincible Season 3, Episode 4, doing our watch party and review. I am so excited to check this out tonight. Last week's 3-episode premiere was amazing. Definitely set the tone, table, and the bar across the board for what we're going to be getting into. I myself am not a comic book reader when it comes to this show, so I don't know all of the things that happen within it. But what I've heard from all the people that I know that have read these comics, some crazy shit is going to be going down this season, and I'm excited to check it out and tune in with it. So I hope all you guys are excited too and are ready to tune in with Invincible Season 3, Episode 4. If you haven't already, make sure you guys drop a like and a share on the stream because it helps out tremendously around these parts. We are going to be doing our watch party and review for this episode. Tonight's episode is titled You Were My Hero, and it is a 49-minute episode, so we have a lot of good stuff coming at us. But outside of that, we're also going to be getting ready for this episode by checking out New Rockstar's breakdown of this season premiere. We have about 43 minutes until the episode comes out. So that'll give us enough time to talk about it, nerd out about the last couple of episodes, and theorize as to what could happen today. So again, drop all your thoughts, theories, and questions for Invincible Season 3, Episode 4. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm really excited to get into it, yo. What's up with it, Terrell? How you doing tonight, man? I hope everybody's having a good night. Drop a 1 in the chat if you guys are excited for this episode of Invincible. Drop a 2 in the chat if you're not, and then drop a 3 in the chat if you're just happy to be here and nerd out with your fellow nerd buddies. I think tonight's episode is going to be fantastic, especially after where we left off last week with everything. Like, last week's episodes was wild, bro. It was insane with so much shit happened. And who knows what could really be on board for this week. I don't know what's going on. I'm having a real hard time. But I'm excited. Again, I'm excited. We left off last week's episode with Omni Kid, Omni Boy, whatever bro's name is, being an absolute menace and murdering people that have been in the show from the literal first episode. Really setting the tone, like I said, setting the tone for what time he's about to be on. The thing that we really got to see is how Mark Invincible is the biggest quality about him is his humanity. And humanity isn't something that Oliver has because he's an alien, right? Like Omni Kid is an alien. Oliver is an alien. So Omni Kid's like outlook on everything is the exact same way how Prime Omni-Man's was, right? Like, oh, you know what I mean? It's one of those things where it's like, bro, we have no idea what we're gonna get into. And you know, this season as well is showing us Cecil versus Invincible. We also got to see some Cecil backstory last week, and that was awesome. Really adding some context to what type of character he is, who he is as a character, some of the things that he's done in his past, and just really setting the table for what we're going to be getting into for the rest of this season. I'm ready to check out this breakdown here as well. So let me know what you guys have thought about this season of Invincible so far in the comment section down below. Yo, what's up with the Pyroon? This episode drops in about 40 minutes right now. 40 minutes right now. Maybe 39 minutes until the episode drops. The boys, and then Invincible. The boys is less than Invincible. I I can agree. I can agree with some of that, but I really like the boys for what it is because the boys is like, they're different stories. They're not. It's not similar, but even though it is similar, it's not similar. You know what I mean? Like, there's so many differences between those two franchises. I really like the boys though. Like I like the boys a lot. Politics is a much bigger stake in what goes on within the boys as well, and I love me some politics. There's not a lot of politics in the same way in Invincible, but I still love Invincible as well because those are just different shows. And again, you don't have the same. The stakes are higher in one show than the other, and you have one show that's a lot more grounded. Like, The Boys is way more grounded because Compound V is a thing made by man, right? Like all the majority of shit that goes on within The Boys is actually human people that just have powers as well. As to where in Invincible, like straight up aliens are out there. You know what I mean? Like straight up aliens are going on. So yeah, it's crazy, yo. It's crazy for sure, and I'm excited. I'm really excited for tonight's episode, especially because it's 49 minutes and it's not 3 hours. Like all of that wrapped up for me, it's gonna be a good time, and I am. I'm ready for it, yo. For real, for real. But yeah, yo. Again, let me know all your thoughts, theories, and questions in the comment section down below for Invincible season 3. How did you guys feel about last week's episode? Let me get a rating 1 through 10 for episodes 1 through 3. The season 3 premiere of Invincible. Let me know what you guys thought about it. I thought it was a really good way to start off the show. A good way to really get us caught up with all of our characters, whether they're side characters, main characters, characters that are moving more into that main character slot. Either way, I thought it was a really good way to handle it. But so let me know how you guys are feeling in the comment section down below. And again, what's over to everybody in the chat? I see you guys. How you doing? My guy Terrell, Pyroon, Stromboni. Shout out to Deville Turner. Deville Turner was the first one in here. Yo, what's up with that? How you doing? Gregory, how you doing? I see you just jumped into chat as well. How you doing? I hope you're having a good one, G. Man, I'm having bro. I'm ready for tonight's episodes. I'm not gonna lie, bro. Like I'm just so excited to see what happens, bro. I'm so excited to see what's gonna go down. So let's check out this episodes 1 through 3 breakdown that New Rockstars has for us here. Let me make sure everything is ready to go on my side of things. Where is it at? There we go. Bam. No. Wait, what? There it is. I was like, what? There we go.
Now we're picking up, hoping to figure out what.
Oh shit. Okay. Well, give me a second.
Welcome back to New Rockstars. I'm Jessica Clemens, and this is a breakdown of the 3-episode premiere of Invincible Season 3. It's been 10 months since Mark defeated Angstrom Levy, and now we're picking up, hoping to figure out what those books really mean, just what Angstrom is really going to accomplish, and where the hell are the rest of the Viltrumites. Since it's been officially a year, they're probably pissed Mark hasn't assimilated Earth yet, so let's just jump into it scene by scene to see what we can make out, point out all the details you might have missed, and all those little Easter eggs. things. But first, make sure to check out nerdride.shop where you can find the latest and greatest in new Rockstars merch. We have so much different merch options over there, and I know your New Year's resolution was to wear more nerd stuff, so go ahead, check out nerdride.shop. Get the best of nerd stuff. All right, now let's get into it. Season 3, Episode 1 is titled You're Not Laughing Now, which comes as a direct quote from issue number 48, where Dr. Seismic seizes all the superheroes underground.
Ooh.
In the Episode 3 premiere, they're really covering Invincible issues number 48 to 52, almost shot for shot. So if you're interested in skipping ahead or learning a few more things, you can always check out those comics. After the recap, we open with Mark fighting this creature. This is the giant from Season 2 that the Guardians of the Globe took on. He kind of
Oh, snap. Yo, Valentine's Day is coming. You feel me? They know what's happening.
had the mental capacity
Get
of
something
an
for your
8-year-old.
special.
He said he wanted to be president and an astronaut. I guess he actually is also maybe 8 years old. He's voiced by well-known voice actor Fred Tatasciore, who often plays huge beastly idiots like Groot in What If, Hulk in the animated Avengers. He also played a similar dumb Invincible character, Octobos. Mark's getting stronger. Last time it took all the Guardians to take this dude out. We see the Giant's very human-looking parents and learn that the GDA is actually trying to find a cure for his condition while also using the Giant to train Mark. We then get Mark's training montage. The song during this montage is Go by the Chemical Brothers. We see how long he can submerge himself in hot lava, how fast he can fly from Earth to the moon and back. He's even lifting an iceberg, the heaviest thing they could find for him to even lift. And then we continue with how Invincible loves to do that sentence leading into the title card.
When we're through with him, he'll finally
Yo,
live
that
up
has
to
to
the
be
name.
terrifying, right? Like, that has to be terrifying. Cecil is literally making bro stronger, and they're finding out that he's also the strongest person in the world at the same time, and his dad was just the dude that killed everybody. That's a lot, not
The
gonna
title
lie.
card is blue with black writing, the color scheme that the title card slowly transitioned to last season, but then it gets zapped and turns to yellow with blue writing. The title cards are actually really important to Mark's character in the story overall. The first season was blood
that's true.
splatters, which led to this bloody beatdown he got from his father, and in the second season, the red text symbolizing the scars left on Mark from the first season's finale peeked through but slowly started to crumble away, eventually revealing to us in a new black and blue card signifying he's evolved and he's learning to just move past it all. As people have mentioned, black and blue is Mark's newer suit he'll receive later, and in the comics, this is a sad and rough part moving forward for Mark, so this costume and title card change isn't particularly positive. Still, it
And then I saw the creator actually say that it's very similar to Spider-Man getting the symbiote, which I think is a dope parallel.
shows us in the show, and in Mark's character, he's changing. Now, this might be a little bit of a spoiler for what is coming ahead, so I'll give you 3 seconds to leave for a second, or turn me
Okay.
Come back, I'm done spoiling. At the end of last season, Mark decided to break things off with Amber and leave college to focus on strengthening himself and becoming more capable of protecting the planet. Donald Ferguson confirms that the dedication is now paying off as Mark's speed, endurance, and strength have increased in the last 90 days. He tells us it's been 3 months since the end of season 2, 3 or 4 months give or take. Cecil reminds us why Mark is doing all of this training in the first place.
The billion-dollar question, then. Could he beat that Viltrumite woman who made us all shit our pants 3 months ago?
This was
Yeah.
Anissa, who gave Mark a solid beatdown, and as Donald Ferguson
He
points
whooped his
out, it
ass.
warns Mark that someone much worse is on the way.
But soon, another will come. And if he finds you still resistant to your destiny, he will demonstrate the error of your ways, and this whole planet will pay the price.
Cecil tells us that while they are happy to keep training Mark for this battle, they still have other plans. Cecil is too cautious to put the planet's fate in the hands of a half-human, half-Viltrumite, especially after Omni-Man's betrayal. Rex Blode arrives complaining
Facts.
about his new hand. His old one was bitten off by Komodo Dragon of the Lizard League in season 2, if you remember. His new hand still gives him the ability to create kinetic charges, and in the comics, Rex Blode always had a cybernetic implant to develop these powers. We're still unsure where his powers came from in the animated series.
Same ones who cut me open and grafted shit up and down my nervous system.
I'm sorry.
Still, there were some teases in the season 3 trailer that we
Okay.
might eventually get a deeper backstory to Rex, similar to Adam Eve's special after season 1. Now we learn someone is trying
That
to
would
steal the
be so
Declaration of
dope.
Independence, which is the plot to the 2004's National Treasure. I recognize some people watching this might have not even been born
Yo,
yet,
what's
so
up with it,
go
Stuart?
back
How
and
you
watch National
doing?
Treasure. It is a national treasure. Mark assumes as Doc
How did
Seismic,
Rex
since he
Blode
previously
survive
had to
getting
stop his
shot
attacks
in
on
the
Mount Red.
head? He survived it. He actually survived in that same episode where he got shot. Well, he also said that his entire nervous system is linked with cybernetics that cause him to be able to do the things that he can do. And then right now we also learned that in the comic books he does have like some type of cybernetics grafted to his nervous system as well that allows him to have his abilities. So it may be something like that that allowed him to be alive. And not to mention, there is a couple of things. There are a lot of documentations in our real life of people getting shot in the head, face, or having like a straight up javelin shot through the like spiked through their freaking brain, and then they still survive it. So, you know, there's a lot of possibilities there. Hey, I love how you legit watch all the shows I watched, laughing my ass off, watched all three Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man episodes last night. Yo, what's up with it, Trey? Bro, Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man is a banger, bro. Like, people been hating, people were tripping in the watch party for that, but that show is awesome, bro. And if you really if you are the type of person that can just enjoy things, you're in the right place, man. Because we ain't no haters over here, you feel me? And your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man was insane, from the Daredevil fight, the slight reveal to Green Goblin being introduced in the future, also seeing Peter's suit being like slightly introduced, Scorpion coming through and being an absolute menace, whooping ass, taking names, murdering people in a TV PG show. Like, bro, come on, son.
Rushmore
It
and the
was
Washington
everything I
Monument,
needed and
you know,
more.
two other national
Yo, we got
treasures.
less
But
than
Cecil
30
confirms
minutes
he's
until
still in
the
custody.
next
There
episode
appears
of
to be a mole
Invincible is
within the
going to be
GDA
out.
alerting people
So I
of
hope you
Mark's
guys are
movement,
ready
which
for
we've
it,
got
because
to
I'm ready.
monitor these moves. We got to keep track of who is monitoring Mark, because it's going to be someone big by the end of the season. I know it's going to be someone horrible. The brothers stealing the Constitution are Drop Kick and Fight Master, voiced by Cobra Kai and Blue Beetle's Sholo Maridania. They debuted in issue number 46 in about the same capacity. I also just don't want to get this person's name wrong because they're a great actor and I want them to do the best in life. Little is known from this interaction, but they're clearly from the future, and stealing the Declaration of Independence is one of their missions. We don't know who they work for or why specifically the Declaration of Independence had to be stolen. Rex tries to play matchmaker between Eve and Mark during this fight, but Mark is probably purposefully avoiding her based on what he learned from future Eve, that she is likely holding a torch for him.
Hey, which I mean, I can definitely understand, right? Like, come on, G. Yo, I want to play this first game. I've been thinking about doing like some playthroughs on the channel, and I kind of want to do a playthrough for this because it just looks like it's so good. But I don't know. We'll see. Maybe for Spider-Man or something like that.
Ruin everything. Multi-Paul, voiced by Shimu Liu, shows up. He thinks Rex let his sister die at the hands of the Lizard League and goes in to kill him, causing Duplicate to reveal she's alive and has been in hiding with the Immortal this entire time. Rex then says Kate let Shrinking Ray and him think she was dead, and Shrinking Ray was almost killed when Komodo Dragon swallowed her. In the comic, Shrinking Ray did die from this, but in the series, she has survived and we later learn is ready to fight again. Back with the not-so-itty-bitty Oliver, he lists off John Witherspoon, Oliver Wolcott, George White, three of the men who signed the Declaration of Independence and considered the founding fathers because of it. There are a total of 56 men who signed the Declaration of Independence, so it's pretty damn impressive that that little bitty Oliver can name all of them. And he's also he's an alien. He's just smart. He knows what he's doing. April Houseman is still acting as nanny for Oliver. Last season, April came clean to Debbie that she was working for Cecil, but made it clear that she cares about overseeing the development of Oliver and his abilities and promised to work for Debbie over Cecil. Also, I like Oliver's two front bangs of hair almost look like antennas, calling back to his insectoid Saxon heritage. You can also see on the table that the Korean wedding ducks are still there, and if you don't remember the wooden ducks, in short, their traditional Korean wedding ducks are gifts during marriage, and the writers wanted us to see these ducks throughout Debbie and Nolan's discourse. We saw it in season 2, episode 2, and it could have been gifted to Nolan and Debbie during their wedding. She eventually points the beaks apart, which shows that the marriage isn't going well, that they're unhappy in their marriage. Later, she breaks the duck over Angstrom Levy's head, the pink bowed one to be specific, representing herself and symbolizing she's done with her love for Nolan. This marriage is broken and she must protect her family even alone.
Son of a bitch, I didn't know any of that. W lore. See, isn't real life lore amazing? Because real life lore is just history.
We know the GDA has rebuilt Debbie and Mark's house and the things inside of it at least twice now. And we'll later see that the house across the street has still not been rebuilt from Nolan's destruction at the end of season 1. It's been
my guy Daniel, what's up with Daniel? Daniel says enjoying your show, but it's 3:34 a.m. in the Virgin Islands, so I got to check out now. Keep up the good work. Yo, I appreciate you, man. Thank you for tuning in with us. I'm trying to also put out reaction videos from these watch parties, so make sure you guys Make sure you sub, make sure you turn those notification bells on because I might be posting just my reaction to episodes 1, 2, and 3, and as well as episode 4. So you're definitely gonna want to tune in. Nah, Crash, the episode's not out yet. It's gonna be out in about 24 minutes, bro. So you're in the right place though.
To have Cecil rebuild that house. I'm complaining about the wrong thing. Regardless, these new
Thought it
ducks
was coming
have
out
returned.
Friday.
Beats
Oh,
Ace in a
no.
park still,
It
showing
comes
that
out
Debbie
Wednesday,
nevertheless sees the
midnight,
marriage as
PST.
Mark and Oliver play catch, something Mark and Nolan used to do, and Mark wants to be a good role model for Oliver.
So it's pretty confusing because Amazon works off of servers that are not here in America. And the time zone that they work off of, if I'm not mistaken, is GMT, Greenwich Mean Time, which is like 9 or 8 to 10 hours ahead of us, if I'm not mistaken. It's something crazy like that. So yeah, So you're all good, brother. It's about to drop soon, though. Literally 23 minutes. The new episode is gonna come out. So you be ready for that because we're gonna be checking it out right here.
Who talks about his new suit design and reveals he can now fly. The same
It's all about the Trey. It's all about the time zones, bro. It's all about the time zones. It's not just the servers. It's where those servers are based. So for like Disney, I'm pretty sure their servers are based in like, even if their servers aren't based there, they work heavily off of Pacific Standard Time, like most things do, right? So everything is Pacific. Like, unfortunately for all of you guys that aren't in California or aren't where we are in the Pacific Standard Time or Western Hemisphere, or not Western Hemisphere, but the Western Standard Time. Unfortunately for you guys, everything goes off of how we do shit. You know what I mean? So everything drops at midnight for us, but for y'all, it'd be like 3 a.m., 6 a.m., 4 a.m., 2 a.m. But that's because most of the world of things is going off of how off of that Pacific Standard Time thing. Same with like basketball games, football games, all of those things, right? Like for you guys, it'll be like nighttime, and you got to stay up past. Like, you got to stay up past 10 o'clock to watch a game. But for us, it'd be like 6 p.m. So we still got like the rest of the evening. You know what I mean? It's just crazy. But that's just how most things work. And for Prime, though, Prime is based off of GMT. So sometimes their stuff will be at 6 p.m. Sometimes their stuff will be at, again, or at midnight. Like this is. Sometimes they drop it at 3 a.m. They've done a lot of different things over the history of Prime being Prime. Max as well is like that. HBO Max, anything that they view as a big hit or will have a prime time release will usually get that 6 p.m. PST release schedule, and anything that they're not as confident in will get that midnight drop. So if you look at something on HBO Max like Game of Thrones, House of the Dragon, The Penguin, all of those had that Sunday 6 p.m. PST release time because people are, hyped.
Over 300 geological.
I'm literally at work watching this right
Though,
now.
the
Thankfully, there's a snowstorm. Yo, what's up with a DPG? Welcome back, bro.
We then see William and Rick, and they're still dating. Rick Sheridan was a victim of D.A. Sinclair, was turned into a reanimator with cybernetic implants before being rehabbed by the GDA. However, he's still feeling the effects on his heart, which, don't hurt this boy. Mark and Eve catch up in Eve's treehouse. I wish I had this house. Eve asked about Debbie's arm, which was broken by Angstrom Levy, and Mark finally asked Eve out. Took 3 seasons. Took him breaking up, almost dying, losing his parents, and he finally asked Eve out. Mark does a really dumb thing and tells Eve about what future Eve said, and rightfully this complicates everything. Oliver tries to sneak out of the house later after he hears Cecil talk
it's
about
crazy how honest bro is and how that
Mark
hurts
wore
him
when he started being a superhero. Mark also snuck out when he first got his powers to try them out. We see Doc Seismic has trapped the heroes in an underground lair with lava flowing. Very evil, sinister stuff. He's allied with Magmanites, so it makes sense that he would have a lair down here. He's been using some sort of giant spider to trap the heroes in these web sacks. Trapped in the bubbles, we see a lot of returning superheroes. The current Guardian of the Globes, the Immortal, Robot, Monster Girl, Rexplode, Bulletproof, Black Samson, Shrinking Ray, and Shapesmith are there. But in season 1, episode 3, after the original Guardians of the Globe were all killed by Omni-Man, Cecil had tryouts for a new team, and a lot of these people from the tryouts are in these bubbles. During that episode, Mark names Demigod, Shrapnel, Burly, Pangea, and Bug-Eye. They were unique to the show and not from the comics. There was was also
Okay.
Mankong. He looked like a giant ape, but I don't think we see him here. Adam Eve in that episode fought a big muscly character named the Hunk. She laid his ass out during the fight, and you can see him right here. This guy we see at the Guardian superhero tryouts, one of them who did not make the team, clearly. We saw this dude at tryouts as well. This woman is Throwbolt. She fought Black Samson at the tryouts. This horned helmet guy was also there at the tryouts. Also, half purple head man in a suit was at tryouts, along with this person, and this person, and this person looks like the buff Haley Joel Osment from the tryouts. This lady and the red cape dude were also there, and the guy that looks like
1:38 a.m. for me. Got the day off, so I'm chilling. Hell yeah.
And to
When I was in NYC, I was an extra in Penguin. I was guy smoking.
Went from this
Yo, that's
to
what's
this.
up, bro. That's lit. I would love to be in something. Yo, that would be lit. We shot in the Bronx. Oh, okay. 250 for 12 hours isn't bad. 2 or 3 meals depending on call time. Ooh, bro, y'all got me hungry. I'm about to get some food. Hold up. What's that?
Seismic twisted so it's up. Along with the giant spiders, worms, and giant centipede, the Magma Knights show up. Cecil then mentions a dark room, and we know the GTA has a white room where they hide things from the public, and we'll see later that the dark room is where Cecil keeps his secret Reaniman army that he had DA Sinclair build, which was teased last season. Darkwing 2 shows up. So the original Darkwing, a Batman parody clearly, was killed by Omni-Man in the pilot. After his death, Nightboy, a Robin parody, took up his mantle, becoming Darkwing 2. He turned psycho and started straight up murdering criminals until he was stopped by Invincible. So I guess Cecil has been rehabilitating him as well. Mark is healing super fast now. The gaping chest hole he had is already starting to close by the time he gets to Cecil. Mark's anger is really building here. Something
Wait,
that he
what?
had is already starting as well. Mark is healing super fast now. The gaping chest hole he had is already starting to close by the time he gets to Cecil.
Holy
Mark's anger is
shit,
really
that's
building
actually
here, something that scared him
insane.
at the end of season 2, something we'll see growing in Oliver by the end of the 3-episode premiere. He's always afraid of not being able to control his anger and becoming his father, and here he doesn't seem to recognize his building rage even though everyone is asking him to calm down. Cecil has a photo of Donald Ferguson on his bookshelf, a man who has died for him, and he has rebuilt many times. What a sweetheart. I'm pretty sure the other guy is Director Radcliffe, who we meet in the next episode. Cecil argues that people should be allowed to be rehabilitated no matter their actions. He's trying to utilize their abilities for good and allow them to make restitution. Cecil does say that Darkwing and DA Sinclair went through severe psychological reprogramming. Whether that was voluntary or against their will, we just don't know yet. Cecil's determined to defend the planet from all threats, including Mark, but the question will always be,
Would you rather Viltrumite or Kryptonian powers if Kryptonite was not a factor? I think, okay, this is what I'm going to say to that, right? I feel like the default answer is soups, but when you really think about it, the Viltrumites, I don't know. I feel like there's way too many factors with being a Superman, with being a Kryptonian, right? Because outside of just kryptonite, if you go to a planet that has a red sun, you're done. You know what I mean? Like in the Superwoman, in the Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow comic, Supergirl purposely goes to a planet with a red sun so she can get drunk on her 21st birthday, right? Like it's things like that there are so many things that can that can hurt you or nerf you outside of kryptonite as well. Like because for all intents and purposes, if you ain't on Earth, you're just a regular ass human, my boy. Like, you know, on Krypton, they're just regular people. Gee, they die like everybody else. But Viltrumites are alive for hella long. They can be, you know what I mean? Like they can see hella shit. They can do they can do everything that Superman can do outside of the laser vision. Don't really need laser vision. I'm not about to be murdering people. So I think I might take the Viltrumite just off of the longevity of how long you can live, and then all of your children will live dumbass long too, right? Like I feel like even the Kryptonian, like when a Kryptonian and an Earthling or a Kryptonian and a human, when they have babies, you know, basically all you're sacrificing would be freeze breath and laser vision for live. Exactly, bro. Exactly. And that is not a bad trade. Like when do I really need laser vision and freeze breath? You know? Like, when am I really gonna need those things? I think I would rather live 1,000 years rather than just have heat vision to not really use because I'm not a villain. So, even if I'm fighting other good, I just don't think heat vision or freeze breath is something that matters enough to me. I don't care enough. You know what I mean? Like, I just don't care enough about those powers. I would much rather just be a Viltrumite, be able to fly. I think that Invincible flying is dope as hell. How he adds the parkour to it. Literally, never seen anyone fly like that ever before. The way he he creates not dimensional, but creates platforms to be able to stand on and kick off of and shit like that. All of that is awesome. You know what I mean? Even if Superman can do that, I don't know if he does. I think I prefer just being a Viltrumite. I'm not gonna lie.
Also mentions that the Reanimen are just made from donated corpses, so I guess that's good. That sounds horrible still. Cecil brings up Mark killing Angstrom Levy, or did he? You never know. Mark is more aggressive than he usually is, perhaps a result of him getting stronger and more sure of his abilities. We see the White Room again, and Cecil's Reanimen hidden in there to protect him from Mark. I don't know if I like Cecil anymore. And we get this mid-credit scene. Alan the alien and Nolan are still communicating via Alan's telepathic implants. A reminder that Alan is still able to have direct and private telepathic conversations with one individual at a time. The last we saw Nolan, he was beginning to think he missed his wife. And Alan and Nolan have been bonding as Alan
I'm so ready for this episode. I feel you, Mr. Morty. What's up with the bro? Welcome in.
As the Viltrumites keep trying to dissect Alan, he keeps getting stronger.
We got about 12 minutes until this new episode is dropping.
With the devil. And this line is a line that Cecil said at the end of Invincible issue number 50. After meeting Omni-Man for the first time and recognizing he's probably the world's most significant threat, but as of right now, right then and there, he would protect the planet. And Cecil cares more about the safety of everyone on the planet and was willing to use whatever Omni-Man had than care about his true motives, which, yes, is a really stupid strategy, but realistically, he's also already on Earth. What are you gonna do? Shoo away Superman? Shoo away one of the strongest beings in the universe? No thank you. We immediately see this guy selling fresh fish, which is a flashback of when Cecil was still a fresh fish of the GDA. You get it? Because the slang meaning of fresh fish is like someone who's brand new, a freshman or a new inmate, which is absolutely what Cecil is in this flashback. This video is sponsored by Helix Sleep. Helix is running an awesome sale right now for a limited time.
Alan the alien is the goofy doomsday, for real. I agree. Alan, he is a goofy doomsday because he definitely is just getting stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger. And it's like, damn, bruh. Why is he built like that? You know? Like, what the hell is up with bro? Whose man's is this?
It's lacking that infamous scar. It's gonna show up soon in a really grotesque way. This whole flashback sequence is taken from the comic issue number 50, At Long Last, The Secret Origin of Cecil Stedman. In the comics, these two villains referred to themselves as the Order of the Freeing Fist. However, according to the credits here, the guy is Force Fist and the woman is Knucklebuster, voiced by Carrie Walgren, who is also doing the voice of Aunt May on Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. Check out our breakdown. The chunk of skin that falls off Cecil's face right before they cut is a piece they saved and grafted back onto him with artificial skin. Now, I don't even know if I can show this scene because even though it's an animated cartoon, he is melting and all you see are eyeballs and it is horrible. When we see Cecil next, he's alive, and Director Radcliffe is the current head of the GDA. You could see his photo on the shelf in Cecil's office last episode along with Donald's. Cecil is Radcliffe's protege. Komodo Dragon from the Lizard League attacks the Pentagon, and a reminder that this is the guy who almost killed Shrinking Ray and bit off Rex's hand. Radcliffe rehabilitated the Freeing Fist duo and is using them just like Cecil does now with Darkwing 2 and Sinclair, except back then, Cecil was pissed about it, just like Mark was. I love how this title card also turns out after Cecil shoots the two, he does this.
I don't work with criminals. Not even if they're...
Because Mark will be a criminal to Cecil by the end of this episode. Not even by the end, by the middle of this episode. This time, the title card starts yellow and blue and then zaps to a light blue and gray combo, different from the blue and black from the first episode. Mark gets a new blue and black suit by the third episode also. Could this dulled version of the blue and black represent Cecil, who at this point thought just like Mark and behaved as reckless to protect everyone? It's a possibility. I'm just saying,
definitely
if the zaps meant different versions of Invincible, this could be a different version of Invincible that's Cecil. Or, you know, like spiritually, metaphorically. Cecil is like young Mark. This,
to be frank, The hardest thing
That's
of all
very true. That is very true. I'm not even gonna lie. That's a really good point. Really good point there. Holy.
This is probably Stronghold Penitentiary, the prison Cecil
T
was
minus
put in the
9 minutes,
comics.
chat.
Some of the graffiti also on the wall is very funny. On the second floor, there's no regrets. Tag where the A's
Terry
are the
Walgreen
MIT
is
symbols,
a
plus
is
a
a
wall of
OG
super cool
voice
SCs you did in
actress.
middle school.
Oh,
The song
that's
playing
lit.
here is I Ain't the One by Spoon. It time jumps and everything is cleaned up. There's no more graffiti and filth. And in the comics, this turnaround and Radcliffe's visit happened months later. Here we learn it's been 3 years. Then we get this line.
You can be the good guy, or the guy who saves the world. You can't be both.
Years later, this is the same thing Cecil says. Back with Mark, Mark snaps at the idea of Cecil needing protection from him and sort of proves Cecil's point. Cecil then uses this frequency that messes up Mark's
Sort
mind
of.
and reminds Mark of the sea creature from
100%
Atlantis.
does.
In season 2, episode 2, Mark fought a giant sea kaiju called the Depth Dweller. When it shrieked, its sound waves physically hurt Mark, and at the time, Cecil told the guys at the GDA get him a recording of the noise so they could study and weaponize it. My boy. Sometimes I believe in Cecil. Sometimes I want to, and then he proves me wrong.
Yeah,
Mark
facts.
rushes to the Guardians to try and get their help getting the earpiece
That's how
out of
everyone
his
is
head.
here.
And the Guardians side with Mark, probably seeing themselves as vulnerable as Mark, since they too could be perceived as threats as powered individuals. Rex blows up Cecil's hand with the controller in it, which had a dead man switch, meaning if their control is destroyed, the weapon just stays on, and it did, killing Mark. But luckily, Robot shuts down the noise, and Mark's good to go. Later, Mark tells Oliver not to rush to get his powers, and in season 1, Mark was so eager to get his powers and so happy when he finally did, and since then, it's
Yeah,
all
I
about
agree.
shit. Mark and
Cecil
Dave
looking
chat and
out
have a
to the
heart-to-heart
planet
on his
is the
roof, and Mark and
is
his
just
mom had the
W.
same kind of like heart-to-heart
Bro
on
is
the
the
roof at the end
guy.
of season 2, episode 8. Mark was beating
Like, I
up
fuck
Ben
with
too.
Cecil.
Back at
I
the
can't even
Guardian
lie.
base, Rex says they should have never quit Team. That was the team most of them were on before the original Guardians of the Globe got killed by
I think
Omni-Man.
all of them
Then
are,
this crew showed up
you
for
know.
the tryouts and became the new Guardians. The Guardians start talking about how they're just weapons for Cecil, and then a split begins to form. The Immortal, Duplicate, Black Samson, and Shapesmith stay with the Guardians. Rex, Monster Girl, Shrinking Ray, Rudy and Robot, and Bulletproof all leave. Shapesmith says Cecil let him live after what he did on Mars, and as a reminder, he was a Martian who assumed the shape of the US astronaut and hitched a ride to Earth. The astronaut stayed on Mars and was infected by the Sequids. The Sequids basically took over Mars and put all the heroes in a shit ton of danger. Also, this is the kind of good lesson that sometimes Cecil giving people a second chance works out, because Shapesmith did become a hero after all of this. Mark tells Will and Rick that D.A. Sinclair is still alive and Cecil has been working with him, and then he's like, whoopsies, I probably shouldn't have said that, as Rick starts to spiral. And that's hilarious, Mark. Great. Now he's gonna get himself killed looking for that man eventually. I know Rick is gonna retaliate, and I don't want him to. Also, I love this moment between Black Samson and Rudy. Black
I'm not
Samson
gonna lie.
knows
Mark
he's
was
not
making
leaving
really bad
just
decisions
because of
with
Amanda,
just
aka
telling the
Monster
truth.
Girl. Rudy lays it out plain. Invincible is the strongest hero on the planet, and it benefits him to keep him on his good side. See, he's thinking right. Better than Cecil, everybody else. You want this guy on your good side, because eventually he could destroy the planet. Debbie is now on a date with Paul, a fellow real estate agent. He mentions the pasta isn't as good as Italy pasta, and this is a reminder that Nolan used to fly to Italy and bring back food for Debbie sometimes. Sometimes he would fly Debbie there for vacation. Debbie's drinking wine, which isn't like too big to note, but just remember she developed a bit of a drinking problem after Nolan tried to kill everyone, but it looks like she's gotten it under control now. Debbie mentions the gas explosion, and the gas explosion is the cover story they came up with for whatever happened to their house in the block that got destroyed. Eve's going to school to be an architect, and if you don't remember, Eve had used her powers to build a city playground that collapsed because she built it on unstable ground, and her dad told her she's not an architect, so she's studying up now because she had a ton of guilt about the incident. Back with Cecil, he asked the
like
remaining
that.
Guardians to give Darkwing a chance, and
By the
Immortals
way,
all for it.
shout
Donald
out
later
to
questioned-
Adam Eve going to school to figure out more about her actual power. Like, that is just something that doesn't happen for some reason. I don't know. Usually they just write that off because the character is like already a genius, but having that be a core part of them having to develop and actually understand their powers by, I don't know, doing real life things that we can relate to as humans, I think it's a really good story point.
Questions if this is even a good idea based on his murderous past in Midnight City, but Cecil sees everything practically. We flash back to Cecil's first day as the director of the GDA, and I love that Donald looks pretty much the same. Donald introduces himself and says,
Welcome to the GDA. My name is Donald Ferguson.
I'll be your number one.
Which is funny because this is the first Donald Ferguson, the number one, if you will. He will die and be rebuilt like 39 more times, as we learned last season. We also see Nolan's
Which is
first
crazy.
arrival on the planet wearing his standard Viltrumite garb. Donald says the protocol is to let the immortal make contact first, but Cecil wants to do it himself. Nolan then says he's from Viltrum and was sent to protect the planet, but Cecil immediately knew this was suspect. From day one,
Is he a
worked on
robot or a
countermeasures against
clone?
Nolan. Cut back to present day,
I think
and
he's
he
a clone
repeats the
bot.
line from director Radcliffe.
We can be the good guys, or we can be the guys that save the world. We can't be both.
Life model
Then we
decoys
get another
are
mid-credit
basically
scene.
both
Eve
of those
meets Mark on the
things.
Verrazano Narrows Bridge, where he says that his recent experience with the sound weapon showed him that his feelings for Eve are real. And for Eve, this feels real enough. Not just Mark being persuaded by future Eve and feeling obligated. And they kiss under the moonlight. Then
Walbra is beat the hell up to high hell. Yo, we got T-minus 4 minutes until this episode is going to drop. You guys, new episode is dropping soon. I'm excited. I hope you're excited. I hope you're ready.
Season 3, Episode 3 is titled You
Oh.
Want a Real Costume, Right? This episode follows Invincible issue number 51 in the comics and showcases Oliver's powers, the new suits, and Teen Team getting back together. We open at a bank listening to really sad music when the two men explode through the wall. On the right is Tether Tyrant, who we last saw in Season 2, Episode 1.
This
and on the
shit
left is
was so
Magmaniac,
sad.
who appeared in the same episode as Tether Tyrant. They
I'm
were
not
both
gonna
bodyguards
lie.
to Machine Head. The two live together. I think they're actually a couple. Pretty sure they're a couple, which wasn't really explored this way in the comics, but I really like the switch up here. They don't want to be bad guys, but they also have to survive. Tyrant recognizes
Pretty
the help
sure
wanted
they're a
sign on the
couple.
Greasy Spoon, and this is also just a name they give cheap diners sometimes, a Greasy
Duh.
Spoon. As their rank goes up, they're denied jobs at the gardening store, car wash, and convenience stores. Times are clearly
3
getting hard
minutes.
for these two now that they aren't criminals and just trying to exist as everyday Joes. They're fired from the Greasy Spoon, and with nowhere to go or work, they decide to rob the same bank again. And this time, however, they're stopped by Mark. They get the upper hand until Mark's little brother Oliver steps in to help, and Mark gets the upper hand then when Tether Tyrant stops and notices he got Oliver, a little child he doesn't want to harm. After that, Amber runs into Eve on campus, and this is our first time seeing
So
Amber this
crazy.
season. And we learn Amber is talking to this boy named Kyle, who I assume is the college guy we met a while back that invited Amber to the frat party. So now we learn Multi-Paul is still in prison, and Master Liu is unhappy about it. He's complained to Titan and Isotope about how Machine Head had rules and promises that Titan must fulfill or stand by, and keeping Multi-Paul out of prison, I guess, was one of them. As you may remember, Titan, with the help of Invincible, the Guardians of the Globe, and Isotope, defeated Machine
Oh,
Head,
yep,
and
yep,
Titan took
yep.
over the organization.
I didn't even
became the
realize that
crime
bro was
boss.
there.
The Order Master Liu refers to from the comics was a team of villains with Isotope, Machine Head, and Multi-Paul, and it looks like we're bringing them into the show as the same villainy gang, just with different members. Mark is training Oliver and teaching him to fly faster. This exact scene happens in Invincible issue number 51. He's like his dad when he was training Mark. Then they're getting Oliver a suit, which resembles the one from the comics, and he says the same line here.
Kid Omni-Man is here!
And Invincible gets his new black and blue suit, and it only goes south from here, trust me. Now with a prison break where Multi-Paul is, Furnace and Krusk, who we haven't seen since season 1 episode 5, are causing mayhem. After saving the day, Oliver is repeatedly scolded for reacting before thinking. All the while, Debbie reveals on her date with Paul who Mark and Omni-Man are, and that's a bad move, Debs. Paul could easily be that guy from the first episode that he was like, hey, Mark is going over here. I don't think Paul's great. I think Paul's bad, but I also don't trust anyone with
agree.
Debbie because the last man broke her heart. The Mauler twins show up, breaking into
I
this
also don't
military
trust
base. This is
anyone.
when we start leaning into issue number 52, which opens with the Mauler twins taking over the
New
nuclear
episodes
military base, and the
dropping
Guardians
soon,
not
chat.
really doing a good job fighting them off. While they get their butts kicked, they're playing Run the Jewels Blockbuster Night. The song is made for honestly any TV or movie scene that's of this caliber. It's almost too cinematic. We learn through the news this is the same nuclear missile silo that the Lizard League attacked. Mark shows up to help, and Oliver quickly runs into assist right after him. Oliver begins taking on the Mauler twins and doing a really good job, but distracted, they get the upper hand on Mark. Mark is screaming for Oliver to get out in a very protective brother way, though it's not enough, and the Mauler twins set off the missile. Mark
Here we
speeds
go,
to the
it's
sky to stop
midnight,
the bomb while
chat.
Oliver takes on the Mauler twins. Oliver knocks the jaw off of one of them and explodes through the other.
Episode
straight
4
through it
is
like a
out
bullet, and I don't
now.
even think I can show
Episode 4 is out right now, chat. I'm ready for it. I hope you're ready for it too. We're about to get into it. On 3, we will press play and enjoy this episode together. The Invincible has been such a solid show so far, and I am so excited to be able to tune in with this new episode right now. So, on 3, we will press play and enjoy Season 3, Episode 4 of Invincible together. On three. 1, 2, 3.
You're alive? This is progress. You care about me. I feel like you're halfway to joining the club. Promise this world offered worthy opponents.
Somebody appears to be stealing the Declaration of Independence.
I'd rather quit than work with a sanctimonious prick like you. It's not buried under a mountain, but it's ours.
Nolan wasn't a travel writer.
I don't think they made a name for themselves either.
Omni-Man is here!
What's this?
So
I think the bad guys.
You killed them.
I can't believe I'm late to our first date.
Gotcha.
punch bro's face off.
You wanted to come, Rex.
Yeah, but I'd forgotten how boring this is. Come on, let's go get a drink.
We need groceries. No one's gonna cook for us anymore. What did you guys do before, back on Team?
Well, Eve still lived at home. Kate kept to herself. I stole Robot's credit card number, and I lived off delivery pizza, ramen noodles, and black coffee. I almost got scurvy once.
Nah, that's crazy.
I wouldn't be quite so proud of that.
Rock and roll star, rock and roll lifestyle, you know. Oh, what about you?
My parents had me on an engineered diet since before I could eat solid food.
Damn.
Weird that a girl who could shrink had to watch her weight.
So you're actually gonna make us dinner tonight?
I'm gonna try. Is this a zucchini or a cucumber?
I didn't even get that far.
Damn.
So wait, you know how to cook?
No, but that's what the internet's for.
Come on.
Double damn.
Robot's credit card still works.
You don't have to eat it.
And you don't have to make it.
I want to make dinner, Rex. I want to buy groceries, prepare a meal, and then eat it. You can either help or you can, I don't know, go do something else.
Maybe she's searching for a little bit of normalcy, which I definitely feel.
Rex.
Huh? Parmesan cheese. I like cheese. How about I'm in charge of that, okay?
You want to be in charge of cheese?
Uh-oh. That bus that just pulled up gives me bad vibes.
All the cow type stuff.
You mean dairy?
Whatever you want to call it. I got it covered.
Yep, I felt it. I knew that something bad was about to happen, yo.
Someone just signed up for an ass kicking. Come on, Ray.
Fuck.
Bomba clot.
Fascinating.
I'm glad you're impressed.
So it just blew up when you grabbed it?
It was spying on me at my house.
Oh, shit. So someone knows who you really are and where you live?
It's worse than that. They know about my family, too. Hey, Rudy, wouldn't this go faster with your undivided attention?
This is about analysis, not attention.
And it is not the only pressing issue on my plate.
Don't do that. It's creepy.
Whoa.
Whoa.
That was actually pretty dope.
Don't ask. By the way, we're ordering pizza for dinner.
Are we like too weird sometimes? Should we just be more normal?
What are you talking about?
I'm sorry, Mark. This is too damaged to ascertain who built it or who was controlling it. I believe that was by design.
You can't tell me anything about it.
It's of Earth origin, and it's extremely sophisticated.
Hmm.
That's all.
You should be careful.
Sorry.
Whoever made this has significant resources at their disposal.
Yo.
Resources, huh?
Shit. about to do?
Bro is on a rampage. So smart, bruh. Cecil is smart as hell.
Other than costing taxpayers millions of dollars and assaulting a government institution, you know that's a felony, right? Might even be treason.
You know exactly why I'm here.
Do me a favor and pretend I don't.
You're spying on us again.
Whatever that thing is, it's not ours.
Ooh.
Don't lie to me, Cecil.
If we wanted to spy on you, you'd never know it. Maybe think about that the next time you decide to punch your way into the Pentagon.
I keep forgetting that's the Pentagon.
Oh, don't let us keep you.
This is not over.
Woo!
Fine way to start my morning.
Oh
Look at this mess.
What do we do if Mark decides he doesn't believe us?
We hope to hell that doesn't happen. Besides, it's the truth.
But we are spying on the Graysons.
Yeah, but not with this Donald. And I'd really like to know who is.
I'll get the lab boys on it.
Yo, they are so terrified of bruh. That is so good to know.
Ah, shit.
Yo, what's up with it, Nathan? How you doing, yo? Welcome in.
Hi, stranger. I thought you forgot about our second first date.
I was busy committing treason. I'll tell you about it later.
You know, I thought this would be weird. Not just a date, but like a date date. But the weird
I
thing
mean,
That it isn't weird?
he only installed those into the Pentagon after the thing in his head didn't work. You know what I mean?
Oh, did I misread that?
No, no, you didn't. But please tell me that's not a glowing portal opening up next to our table.
You have no idea how much I wish I could say that.
Not these dudes.
I told you all that research would pay off. Seriously? You guys again?
Invincible, you have to come with us right now. It's life and death. There's no time to explain.
Nice one.
You know these jokers?
They stole the Declaration of Independence when I was busy saving Rex. Oh, you remember us. That's great.
I'm not sure it is. I'm Dropkick, and that's Fight Master. Despite our awesome names, we're not looking for trouble. We need your help.
What? No. You guys should be in prison.
We had a good reason to steal the Declaration. Millions of lives were at stake. They still are. We're from the future.
You have 10 seconds to explain.
Overthrow our king. We saw you before. We realized all the stories were true. You're the only one strong enough.
What are you even talking about?
Also, if it's a time machine, can't you come back later? Or earlier?
We only have enough power for this last trip. You have no idea how many people died to make it happen.
Look, I'm sorry, but I'm not going to the future with you, if that's even where you're from. You're lucky we're on a date, or I'd be taking you both to prison.
Maybe you're not the hero we thought you were.
Guess not.
I really thought that line would work.
Yo,
You're an idiot.
Are you sure about this?
Yeah, I'm not ruining our date just because.
oh, they kidnapped bruh.
Where the hell did you take me?
We told you! The future!
Take me back now.
But you're already
help us, we'll give you back the Declaration of Independence. You two better really need me.
Damn. Could you imagine being kidnapped to the future? That's insane.
You just have that on all the time?
Hey, you're already on thin ice, buddy. Where can I stash my clothes?
I was thinking the same thing.
Was that me?
What the what the time travel?
Ask those kind of questions.
Whoa, what happened here?
War.
Oh shit, we're about to get wonky, bro.
We lost. No? They think we're the king's spies. They can't break curfew.
In the middle of the day?
All day. Every day. You're allowed to go out to your work camp or attend a public execution. If it's a family member. But that's about it.
Wait, start at the beginning.
Centuries
Here
ago,
we
we
go.
were on the brink of collapse. Then one man was made ruler of Earth. And he ruled well for a while. The legends say his brain worked better back then. Then something changed. We don't know what happened exactly. It was before our time. But slowly, he went mad. Began with new
Oh.
laws, mandatory work camps, prison for dissenters. Then it got much worse. Senseless wars for no reason. Automatic factories churning out
Holy.
entire nations punished and forced to survive without power or technology. When he personally took 10 cities off the map for resisting, that's when the rebellion was born. We tried to stop him, but he was too strong. We even
Holy.
I built a time machine. So we could look for solutions in the past. There was a legend that ink from the Declaration of Independence could make a poison to kill him. But that didn't work either. Then we saw you.
Ink from the Declaration of Independence is crazy.
So, your king is super strong, almost impossible to kill, and has ruled for hundreds of years?
Yes.
Is he a Viltrumite?
We don't know what that is.
Okay.
Oh shit.
Thank you. Our next step should be to make some noise. Careful. That ought to get some attention.
Halt, citizens! You are in violation of the king's curfew and subject to immediate imprisonment and/or execution.
These are
And
normal
or
like
execution.
something?
No. They're the royal guard. There's millions of them. They enforce the king's madness on the people. But before you...
Man, they're not tough, but there's millions. This is gonna take a while.
No. We don't need you to fight them. We actually want to be captured. It's the fastest.
What?
Oh, well, you should have said that. Also, what's the king's name?
You are in violation of the king's curfew and subject to immediate imprisonment and/or execution.
Yeah, we know.
Invincible. We've been waiting for you.
What the hell is going on?
Yeah. Until you know how it was built. He didn't use robots. The king took our mother when we were 8. We never saw her again. We grew up in the work camps. That's why we joined the rebellion. And why we risked everything to bring you here.
You will see the king now.
What's gonna happen to them?
Execution.
Yeah, I don't think so.
No! Stop the king! We can take care of ourselves.
But
Please, just go!
Yo, what the hell is going on? I'm so intrigued.
Okay, asshole. Whoever you are, it's over. Immortal?
Only one man alive knows me by that name. Is it really you?
Yo! So,
Earth?
Mark Grayson.
holy shit.
Thank God.
Bro, what?
Since you left with your family, I wasn't sure I'd recognize you.
I am not the same Mark you know. I'm from, I guess, the past.
You look thin, weak. Have you been sick again? I thought they found a cure for you.
This isn't about me. What are you doing? Are you hurting people?
You left me no choice. It was the only way to bring you back. I didn't want to do it, but I had to force your hand.
What are you talking about?
I'm not a Viltrumite! You shouldn't have left me in charge. You're the Emperor. You should have known it was too much for me, especially after so long.
I left you to rule?
Don't act like you don't remember. All of this is your fault.
Bro, what?
The responsibility. I was tired, ready to move on. I told you that. But you said I was the only one you trusted.
Immortal, I know you. Work camps? Killing innocent people? Wars? That's not who you are.
The man you remember is dead. But I didn't receive that privilege.
Is this about Kate? Did she die?
Kate. I don't know that name.
Oh, shit.
Red-haired woman, you...
No, not Eve. Kate. You just got engaged. In the past, I mean.
I've had hundreds of wives.
Damn.
Everyone I've ever loved. Do you know what that does to a man?
Damn.
Century after century.
No, but
Of course you don't. You were the lucky one. The gifted one. Your family could endure. You need to repay the debt you owe me.
Yo.
To or not. That's why I set all this in motion.
what do you want me to do?
End my torment.
I can't. I'm sorry, Immortal, but I can't stay here, and I'm not cut out to run the planet.
That's not what I meant.
Yo, what? This shit is crazy. Yo, are those Rex's like ancestors?
I can't believe they thought 2 guards would be enough for us. Famous last words.
Kill me.
What?
I'm a mere husk of who I was. Be merciful. End my suffering and the suffering of this planet.
No! Just quit!
A king cannot quit. He must fall forever. Kill me, and the power will return to the people. It's the only way for humanity to rise again. This is what I want, Mark.
Look, maybe the me that you know would kill you, but I don't do that.
You left me here. You made me into this monster. How many more must die because of your mistakes?
Oh shit.
You will kill me, whether you want to.
Oh shit.
Or you and so many more will die.
Just throw yourself into the sun or something.
Suicide is a coward's escape.
Bro said, whoa.
Do this. Let me help you.
I've fallen for your lies before. They're always the same, full of false hope. But some things can only end in death. We were friends once. Do this for me.
I can't. It's working.
Shut up. I'll prove to you who I've become.
Oh. Oh my god.
Stop doing this.
They said it's working. Uh-oh. Is this a complete finesse all the way around?
One way to save them and everyone else. What kind of man lets others die because he won't act? This is the only way. Please.
Enough.
Oh! Holy shit!
I didn't know it was going to be like that, but thank you. That must have been hard.
Don't thank me. Please don't thank me for that.
It's what he wanted.
So? That's not a reason to kill someone.
He hurt a lot of people.
Yeah, I know. But he saved a lot of people too.
That's not enough.
He's dead, okay? Just shut up. You gotta keep all his parts separated.
Yo, welcome to Super Fam. Random.
The king is dead. His reign is over. Authority is now transferred to the people.
Well, at least he did that before he died. Look, I know you're not happy, but you saved our world. Thank you.
Just take me home.
Damn.
It's been a long time coming. There's just one more thing you need to do.
What? Where can I stash my clothes? Hey.
Got him? Okay. Hold on.
How did you... Oh, it really was time travel. Did they actually need your help?
Yeah.
Damn.
Eve, am I a good person?
Bro, Mark can't catch a break, bro. He's going through it.
I saw the immortal. It was awful.
Thousands of years in the future.
Killed people, enslaved the
Damn.
planet.
You either die a hero or you live long enough to become the villain.
Forever.
Oh my god.
He wanted him in charge of the world, I messed everything up, Eve.
Do you remember how we said the future version of me wasn't me?
Yeah.
Well, the future version of you isn't you either. Whatever that was, it wasn't our future. Not anymore, at least.
I still killed him.
Yeah. But it sounds like he was ready to go. I know that doesn't solve this, but we will get through it. Together. And if you ever turn into a giant world-conquering dick, I will kick your ass until you're back in line, okay?
Okay.
Damn.
You promise to do the same for me.
You'd never do something like... Deal.
We should get out of here.
Ugh. Ruined another first date.
No, I said we should get out of here. I didn't say the date was over. Is that what I think it is?
Yeah. We'll need to...
Damn. Declaration of Independence.
Between Washington, D.C.
Ain't no way Brett said New York. Yo, this is so cool. Yo. W vibes. Yo, just standing in the sky. That's badass.
What?
I never stood in the sky.
And way too soon. But...
You ever stood in the sky with the woman you love? Of course not. It's impossible.
I don't know if it's dumb or not, but I love you too.
The episode's over? Ooh.
And so, dear audience, we once again turn our
Narrator.
to give young Mark Grayson and Samantha Eve Wilkins the privacy they deserve.
What?
At this very moment, light years away, Alan the alien sits in a Viltrumite prison cell. These shackles cannot hold him. These walls cannot hold him. This prison cannot hold him. For Alan the alien has grown very strong indeed. But still he waits. Because Alan the alien has a plan.
Goodbye, my friend. Finally.
Alan the alien, locked down, but not out. But first, a brief recap for those of you with
Oh,
short
nice.
attention spans. Forced into a battle against Anissa, a Viltrumite with a fearsome reputation, Alan let himself be taken prisoner in hopes of discovering if Nolan...
There's still like 20 minutes left of this episode.
AKA Mark's dad, AKA possible Viltrumite ally number 3, was still alive. Alan's plan worked. Nolan was alive, but he was also sentenced to death once fully healed.
as per cruel Viltrumite tradition. Using his implanted communication device, Alan told Nolan how he visited Mark to enlist his help in the war between the Coalition of Planets and the Viltrum Empire. Alan begged Nolan to join their cause, but Nolan refused, convinced that his execution was justified for his betrayal of both Viltrum and Earth. Still, Alan persisted. It wasn't too late for Nolan to fix his mistakes, or at least help others in their struggle against the Empire. But Nolan's answer was always the same.
No.
But then, just as Alan was about to give up, Nolan said something that gave him an inkling all hope was not yet lost.
I think I miss my wife.
Alan's discussions with Nolan were interrupted periodically by his captor's attempts to execute him.
Yo. That's insane. So basically, you're telling me that bro became invincible?
These guys are really bad at their jobs. You need to leave. We have been over this a million times. I'm not going without you. This is different now. Soon my executioners will arrive. They aren't like these others. They're Viltrumites. They will kill you. They'll kill you too. So here's an idea. Let's break out of here before that happens. No. Come on, man. With you on our side, we can win this war. I'm not on your side. I'm not on anyone's side. I disgraced my people. I betrayed my family. Oh my God, this again. I abandoned. Why did they not use a bigger laser? I committed crimes against everyone and everything I hold dear. So make it right. Forget your people, unbetray your family, and help me, Mark, and whatever that other kid's name is, stop the Empire. No. Oh, come on! Then I guess we will both just die together. I guess we will.
They had reached an impasse, and Alan and Nolan waited for their death to arrive. From the darkness of space.
Nolan, I thought you'd forgotten about me.
We never forget our duty. It's a shame we can't say the same for you.
Oh.
You prepared? Goodbye, my friend.
And with that, dear audience, we rejoin Alan the alien as he risks everything to save a former enemy and brand new friend who doesn't wish to be saved.
It's not your time to die yet, pal.
You abandoned your mission to subjugate Earth, but that is only one of your many crimes. Desertion! Unapproved breeding with an inferior species.
Unapproved breeding? Not gonna lie, that's kind of badass.
Do you have anything to say in your defense?
Let the ritual continue.
May you die with more dignity than you lived.
Crap, I thought I'd have more time. Oh, hey guys!
Oh shit. Bro got ripped in half.
Yes, that's right. Get it out. We can do this. Go, go. I believe in you. Go. Oh, now we're talking.
Prison break!
Hi. Hello. It's Alan. I don't know who's in there, but there is a party going on outside. Do you want to bring the punch?
Oh,
Who possesses the courage to dare free Battle Beast?
oh shit.
That would be me. Sir Beast.
This party you speak of, will there be opponents worthy of my strength?
Yes. Absolutely, yes.
Viltrumites?
Oh, man, yes. We definitely got them.
How many?
This is getting very specific. There's like 3, but one's a pal, so hands off him. But the other 2, they're fair game.
Fair game. This term pleases me.
Hold on, Nolan. We're coming.
What? No. Leave me be, alien. We all know the stories of the great Nolan. The wars, the triumphs, the civilizations you conquered. What sickness could have changed you so?
Maybe it was in him all along. We should investigate his lineage in case the rot goes deeper.
Damn. Investigate the lineage is crazy. Whoa.
Your betrayal worth death?
Answer me!
Yes. And I'm sad you'll never understand.
Punching heads off is insane.
Come on. He's this way.
You promised me Viltrumites! These creatures offer me no challenge whatsoever!
Yes, I know. Almost there. I could have sworn this was the execution room.
Deceiver! You have no honor. You promised me a glorious battle, yet the only worthy opponent I see here is you.
Whoa. Hey. Hello? Let's just, how about we just calm down? Okay. So, it is now obvious to me that was a dumb thing to say, and you don't really do calm. So, I apologize. Hey, Nolan! Any idea where you are? Nolan! Wait!
Choose your last words.
Sorry we're late. Oh man, you look terrible. Did you guys do this? That's not very nice.
I told you to go. You should have listened to him.
Bro, no way we're about to see this badass fight right now, bro.
For battle can be safe.
Give him. He's a fan. He's been really wanting to meet you guys.
Long have I waited for
Is he about to get One Piece, bro?
I will savor this. And if this conflict brings about the end of my life, I will savor it all the more.
Oh, wait. Oh, wait. Bro's actually with the shit.
I'll kill you for that. Is that
Ooh.
You're not so special. Stop! No! Sorry I ruined your execution.
Damn.
Looks like I'm going first.
What a bad. Oh shit.
Good to see you, man. Did you get a haircut? You trim your mustache? Did you style your mustache?
Get up!
Did you style your medicine? He said, "How dare you not let me kill you?" Oh, oh. That was saucy.
I knew you had it in you. Shit, I hate these guys.
Oh, stuck Brett's head through. Oh shit. That's brutal. Battle Beast is a savage.
You think Battle Beast can survive in space? Probably, right? What? Yes!
Oh,
High five you or something because we won, but that was super gross, so it kind of feels inappropriate. You see that other Viltrumite or our furry friend anywhere?
Not since you took the fight outside.
Maybe he bailed, but then what happened to that Viltrumite? Must be around here somewhere.
For someone who almost died, you recovered very quickly.
Yes, I did. All thanks to you, buddy. Getting in there, saving my life. Way to go, man. Okay, maybe I let him work me over a little more than I had to.
He could have killed you.
Oh, I know. But you needed the motivation. Look, I still wish you would join our cause, but if you don't want to betray your people, even though they are psychopathic murderers, I get it. I just didn't want to watch you die.
Why?
We did time together in the big house. That makes us friends now.
No Viltrumite would do such a thing for another.
You would. For Debbie and Mark and that purple kid you told me about. And for me,
it's crazy.
apparently, just now. Because you did. Anyway, we all need to skedaddle before Planet Punch sends reinforcements. Maybe we can hotwire that fine-looking hunk of metal over there?
No one's coming.
What?
We don't need to worry. No reinforcements are coming.
I mean, there was definitely time for the prison to make a distress call back to Viltrum HQ.
They'll know what happened, but they won't come. They can't.
Okay, I'm going to need a little more to go on then, an incomplete thought and a mysterious look.
There are fewer than 50 pure
red-blooded Viltrumites left in the universe. This is the
Oh.
Empire's most closely guarded secret.
Oh.
So why we can beat them.
With their story now told, and Nolan and Alan finally free and ready to join the war against Viltrum, we turn our attention back to the Grayson household, where Mark and Eve are happily enjoying each other's company.
Mark? Are you home? Mark?
Hey, Mom. What's up?
I thought I heard something. Why is your door locked?
I'm not dressed.
Okay, well, have a good night.
Good night.
Is she gone? What was that?
Nothing, Mom.
Oh my god.
We gotta get her own place.
Episode. Wow. Holy shit. What a episode. That didn't even feel like it was one episode. They somehow made that one episode feel like it was multiple episodes when it was clearly just one. You know? Like, damn, I don't know how, bro. The show, they really surprised me with what they're able to do with this show, bro, because it just doesn't, I don't know, man. It doesn't always feel like what it is. You know, like that one episode felt like multiple episodes. It felt like two episodes, literally. Maybe even three, just because of how much stuff was really going on in there. That was honestly beautiful. Again, I would definitely was not ready for that, but that was awesome. Yo, that was a really good episode. Let me know how you guys are feeling about that one in the comment section down below. We just got done watching Invincible. We just got done. We okay. We just got done watching Invincible, and damn, that shit was fantastic.